can't hear you, Mike.
Hey.
Can't hear your sound.
Everyone, can you drum along with us today? Okay, let's bring the volume down. A bit quieter. A little bit quieter still. Nice. Keep it quiet. Why are we playing quietly today? Well, because what we realised, we're not just having people join us in the UK today. We know that this last week there have been people joining us from all over the world. And of course, depending where they are in the world, it's not always the afternoon like it is in the UK. Because we've had some people join us from America, from the East Coast of America. We've had some people join us from New York, and it's a little bit early in the morning there, so we don't want to be playing too loud. We don't want to wake them up too much. I don't want them to wake their neighbours up, so we're going to keep it nice and gentle. And actually, this sounds great, this speed, and this volume as well. Lovely. Now what we're going to do, we're going to keep it soft, but then very slowly, we're going to keep playing our rhythms, but gradually get louder. And then when we're at its loudest, I will count down from 4 to 1, and we'll then stop together. Are you ready? So let's get nice and soft. Lovely. Keep it gentle, don't get loud yet. Now are we ready to start getting louder? Just slowly by slowly get a little bit louder. Keep it louder. Ooh, yeah! As loud as you can. 4, 3, 2, 1, stop! Lovely. Now, we're going to find out who we got in our team today. We've got the same people we had yesterday. So, first of all, shall we hear what Raoul's drums sound like? Raoul, let's hear you join in. Nice. Let's hear what Tim's drum sounds like. Nice. I'll tell you what, we're going to have Costas. Costas' drum has got the sun shining through it by the looks of things at the moment. Let's hear Costas' drum. Lovely. And last of all, we've got Fred, who's got, I think, our largest drum today. Together, ready? 1, 2, 3, let's go! Sounding good, everyone. 4, 3, 2, 1, stop! Brilliant. Well done, everyone. Well, it's great to see you all again. So remember, yesterday we started learning some music that comes from North Africa, and we got this lovely picture here of Marrakesh, where I and my family went last year, and we went there on holiday, and we took this picture here in Marrakesh. Now, do you remember as well that yesterday we learned some new rhythms? can you please put in the comments what was the name of the animal that was in this rhythm that we learned how to play yesterday? We said it's a mode of transport in Marrakesh, in Morocco. So let's see if anyone can work out what is the name of this animal we're going to put it in. And in fact, while we're waiting for these answers to come in, I thought I might just show you something. Because just before I took this picture, we'd been in what's called the souk. Now, the souks are basically the markets in Marrakesh, and they're amazing, absolutely amazing. They go on for ages and ages, and they had all kinds of herbs and spices and all kinds of things there. But what they also had were these things. Now, look at these. These are called krakeb, and I haggled for these. There's a guy, he wanted quite a lot of money for them, but I managed to say, well, I don't want to give you that much money, and then I managed to negotiate with him, which is kind of how you buy things in that kind of part of the world. And I had to learn how to play them, and I watched some other musicians there in Morocco play them. Particularly, there was this one guy in our hotel, and he showed me what to do with them. And you hold them like this. They're basically little mini cymbals. Now, I've got to be really careful how to play them because they are really loud. Now, I don't know how that's coming across on the internet on YouTube, but they are horrendously loud instruments. But you hear those coming over the top of all their drums and everything as well. In fact, they're a little bit like the jingles that Costas has got on his drum that we're going to be looking a little bit more at later as well. So let's see. Has anyone remembered what is the name of the animal? Great. Someone said guinea pig. No. Sorry, Neil Dawson, I think, is not doing very well with these answers. But here we go. Suzanne Redmond, she said camel. Yes, so camel. So do you remember we walk the camel? So do you remember we do walk the camel 3 times, and then the 4th time, what do? We trip up the camel. So can we just do this? Let's just all do this on our tummies for a moment, because it's easier to hear it on our tummies. So we're going to go walk the camel, walk the camel, walk the camel, trip up the camel, walk the camel, walk the camel, walk the camel, trip up the camel, and stop. Now, we're going to today really focus in on this rhythm and make sure we're all playing this rhythm correctly with the right hands, because we've got to make sure we don't do it with just one hand. It cannot be walk the camel, walk, because when we play these North African drums, we need to use both our hands. So we need to make sure we're always doing one hand, then the other. Shall we try once more? 1, 2, 3, here we go. And walk the camel, walk the camel, walk the camel, trip up the camel, walk the camel, walk the camel, walk the camel, trip up the camel, walk the camel, walk the camel, walk the camel, trip up the camel, and stop. The only bit that is really tricky is the trip up the camel. And what I'm doing for that, I'm going trip up the camel. So I'm doing 2 notes in a row with my weaker hand. Trip up the camel. That's the bit that's a bit tricky to do. Shall we try it on our drums? Shall we give it a go and see what it sounds like? So can you get whatever drum you've got, whatever thing you're using at home to create a sound? We're going to put this all together. Here, 2, 3, here we go. And walk the camel, walk the camel, walk the camel, trip up the camel, walk the camel, walk the camel, walk the camel, trip up the camel, walk the camel, walk the camel, walk the camel, trip up the camel, walk the camel, the camel, the camel, trip up the camel. Here comes the end. 4, 3, 2, 1, and stop. Great. How did you get on with doing that one hand after the other? Was that okay? Kind of easy enough? Okay, well, we're going to make it even harder. We're going to see if we can get our technique even better. Because when you play one of these drums, you see Tim and I have the same drum today, which is really cool. And these drums, they have a variety of names, like Tim told us yesterday. It's either called a doumbek, or I can do that too, Tim. There we go. Hey. It's either called a doumbek or it's called a darabuka. Can you say darabuka? Darabuka. Great. So, could be either one. Now, when you play it, really, you use your thumb and you use your first finger and you use your ring finger. See, I've got my wedding ring on there. So you use those 3 fingers. And the way you kind of do it, there's a few different techniques, but for this rhythm, I would do it, walk the camel, walk the camel, walk the camel, trip up the camel, walk the camel, walk the camel, walk the camel, trip see, when I did that, I did most of it with just one hand. My other hand wasn't doing very much. In fact, I'm just going to spotlight Tim, because Tim's going to show us some stuff that your other hand can actually be, can do some really nice little fancy stuff. You can kind of throw in some stuff. So let me spotlight Tim. Tim, can you just sort of demonstrate what you can do with both your hands together?
Yeah, well, when I play, I tend to use my thumb, as you said, to play the middle to make the deep sound. And then I use my fingers like this on the edge. So then they can do...
Wow, that sounds so cool, Tim. We really like that. Okay, now I'm just going to let me move over to Costas. Costas. Yeah. So let me find the button to spotlight you. So you've got your drum. Remind us what that drum's called.
This one is the rec, and most important thing when we start, we actually have our thumb on a pair of jingles and we lock the jingles. We don't want one pair of the jingles to move, so we lock it with our thumb, and we can play the following pattern, the pattern that you said, Mike. Walk the camel with our ring fingers, right, left, right. Walk the camel, walk the camel, walk the camel, creep up the camel, walk the camel, walk the camel, walk the camel, creep up the camel. So I'm playing the jingles with my ring fingers, right and left.
Wow.
And I play with my first finger, index finger, here for the start of the rhythm. Walk the camel, walk the camel, walk the camel, the camel.
Brilliant. Lovely. So I suppose that would work well if you have a tambourine at home, or sometimes a bit of a jingle. You could be doing that. And did you notice the way that Costas was holding it? It wasn't the kind of the usual way we hold a tambourine. I also have one of those Rick drums as well over here. This one, this one looks, it's got these lovely patterns around the outside. So normally we'd hold a tambourine something like this, but no, in Northern Africa they hold it like that. So that's how you need to be holding it and making sure you're playing the little jingles. So now we know some of these more techniques where using just your fingers to have a go at doing it. The same kind of thing, if you've got like an Irish Baran, one of those big frame drums like one of these ones, you can do the same thing as well, either playing at the bottom or playing at the top, depending on how it is easy for you to hold it. So shall we have another go at playing through our piece once more, our rhythm, the Walk the Camel rhythm? See if you can be working on just using those fingers to try and get the sound right. Here we go. 2, 3, here we go. And walk the camel, walk the camel, walk the camel, up the camel, walk the camel, walk the camel. The camel, here comes the ending. 4, 3, 2, 1, and stop. Brilliant. Well done, everyone. Now, do you remember yesterday we had a go at doing something that we call copyback? And that's basically whatever rhythm I play, you play it straight back to me and you copy it. Now, the ones we did yesterday were things like da, 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 boom, 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 boom. That was kind of thing. So that lasts for 4 beats. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Because we think you are all absolutely marvelous, we are going to double the length of the copyback. So this time I'm going to play a rhythm that lasts for 8 beats. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I've got to play the whole 8 beats before you copy it. Make sure you don't come in early, but also because it's 8 beats, it's going to be harder to remember. Are you ready for this challenge of doing the 8-beat copyback? Shall we give it a go? 2, 3, me first. Go! Nice. Yeah, not bad. You know what though? I suspect a couple of you came in a bit early and didn't do the full 8 beats. Can you what? I tell you, this is where we can get the parents. If the parents are controlling the comments on YouTube, can you be honest and say, did anyone come in early? Or maybe you can say, no, we all got it right. We were absolutely perfect. Maybe you can put that in the comments as well. It'd be great. So shall we have another go at it? Because it feels like a long time and it's really hard to remember it all. Let's see if we can give it another go. 2, 3, here we go. Go! Did you get it right? Brilliant. Well done, everyone. Oh, there we go. We're getting my wife being very honest. She said the girls got it, our kids got it, but she didn't get it right. Well, there we go. Oh, I'll tell you what, I'm just going to be out some other things. Someone asked, where did Raoul get his shirt from? Everyone likes Raoul's shirt. And someone else said, hey, we've got comments about our what we're wearing today. Here we go. Someone else says they love Fred's jumper as well. Oh, I'll tell you what. It's great. Never I thought people would be asking questions about what we're wearing and rather than anything else. Cool. So I tell you what, let's finish off today. We're going to have one final jam through our whole piece. Can you really be careful? Getting your handing right, getting your fingers right as well, making sure we're getting this rhythm sounding really cool together. Are you ready? Here we go. 2, 3, here we go. Walk the camel, walk the camel, walk the camel, trip up the camel. Trip up the camel. I like a little bit of a movement on the trip up. Trip up the camel. Here comes the ending. 4, 3, 2, 1, and stop. Brilliant. Well done, everyone, today. Thank you so much for joining in with us today. So we're almost out of time today. So just to remind you, though, that we will be here again tomorrow. If you've missed any of these lessons, have a look at the playlist we've got on YouTube, which has got all of this week's ones, but also all the ones we did last week, where we did some Brazilian samba drumming and also some West African drumming as well. Have a look at all of that. And like we always say as well, you know, we are self-employed musicians. We love playing drums. We love playing drums with each other. But we also, what we love more than anything else is sharing our drumming with other people. And this is a little bit like online busking. So if you are able to donate any money to us, that would be really fantastic. We'd be very, very grateful. Completely voluntary, obviously. We have a PayPal link. It's in the description of this video, and it's paypal.me/InspireWorks UK. If you would be able to donate any money to us, we'd be very grateful. But hey, tell you what, let's finish off by playing our rhythm all together again once more. And this time, see if you can add in some extra little fast bits as well. That'd be really cool. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Here we go. And nice. So we will see you tomorrow. Bye, everybody.